Hey y'all, I am so happy to see y'all back. I missed you so much. Y'all know y'all like family. So welcome back to my channel. I am happy that you're here. I hope all your week was great, your weekend too. And so yes, we got to stay connected. So just like connection, we are going to talk about in today's video the connection between your attitude and your well-being. Right? They do have a profound connection between the two. And so with that being said, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs can significantly influence the way it affects our bodies and our mental health. Okay? So I'm ready. I'm excited. What about you? I'm ready to see what's going to happen and what we're going to talk about and discuss. And I want to hear your input as well. So I'll be back, okay? Stay tuned. All right, y'all ready? Okay, let's get into this. Let's waste no more time. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the power of positive thinking. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but our thoughts determine our outcomes, and our thoughts create an experience. So the way that you exist, the way that you be, the decisions that you make would determine what you have later. And so research even shows that if you have a positive outlook on life, that it can lower your stress levels. Hear me now. It can improve your cardiovascular health. That's a win. And then it can also strengthen your immune system. Man, that's dope. So tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let's pause for a second. How many people in your family, friends, associates, people that you work with are stressed to the core? How many people do you know have heart problems, right? How many people do you know have a weakened immune system and they always get sick? What we want is a better quality of life. And so what we have to start with is a better quality of thoughts. So we have to figure out what we are thinking and change the narrative, switch the perspective so our physical health can be good. Because we want to be here for a long time for our kids, our grandkids, and we want to pass these skills on down to future generations so we can break generational curses and have generational blessings, because it can be done. Now, I am going to put this out there. If you are a person that thinks, negative, or it's hard for you to just kind of switch that, you can't switch the narrative. You just tend to kind of react and go to that negative space all the time. It's okay, because guess what? You too can change your thinking. You can change those thoughts. Okay? It's just a process that goes to it. So don't worry about it, boo. You are good. Trust and believe. Okay? So I don't want you to be watching this and like, man, I'm not there yet. The important thing is you still have time. You still have time today. That's why I named my business Kairos, because it's the right time. Okay? If not now, when? If not them, then who? It's you. And so I want you to know and understand that you being here is not a coincidence. This video that you're watching right now is literally predestined. It was supposed to happen. Okay? It was providential. It was in the works. Okay? So you hearing this now, that means this message is for you. So don't worry about it, okay? We will definitely talk about that. Maybe that's something I'll talk about in the next video, okay? Or you can always click below and schedule a time with me, and we can kind of figure some things out, okay? But anyways, let's get back to the video, okay? We're not talking about me right now. This is all about you and me too, but you see what I mean. You know what I mean. It's more so about let's get this under wraps so we can both be okay. All right. So the next thing I want to bring out is how many of you love to feel good, relaxed, happy, right? I think all of us like that feeling, right? Like we're going literally crazy when it's opposite of that. So that's the more evidence of power of positive thinking. What happens is when you're mostly optimistic towards, situations or things that happen, they're like our neutral, I can't say it, our neurotransmitters, um, they basically, so what happens is our endorphins and our dopamine is released in our body. Those are our neurotransmitters, and so those are the things that give us those positive, those happiness, the relaxation vibes, and we all want that, right? We all want that, so we need to just get there. But I just want to let you know the power of it. Okay, all right, so we can all agree on that for sure, for certain. So, when you can combat this, right? Not so much reacting, but responding and intentionally, having that positive mindset, being optimistic in the face of adversity or, situations that happen, bad relationships, people that do you wrong, the job ain't okay, whatever the case may be, whatever gets you, what happens is you being intentional and doing those positive thinking skills, like putting that into practice, because the more you do it, the better you get. It builds resilience. It gives you a better coping mechanisms. You're developing that. And so what happens? You are helping yourself, decrease the possibility of like mental disorders like depression and anxiety. These are, you know, things that can come up on us when we don't be intentional with ourselves. And we all know, we've all been there at one point or another. So, again, if that's where you are, no judgment. We not criticizing you. We just relating because we all have been there. And that's what this video is for. Is just to let you know that you don't have to stay stuck, right? You don't have to be overwhelmed. There's a way to maneuver and get out of that place, right? And so these are the things to do that. And so that concludes the power of positive thinking. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next thing, but I do want you to list any questions about that section or that topic that we just talked about that kind of came up for you. So I want you to comment down below. I want you to let me know if you up for this or Lakeitha, I really don't know about that. You know what I mean? I want to hear all of it. I want to hear all of it. So we can know if it helps somebody or, because I'm all about people being good and not just good, but being great. And that's what I got into this for, was for the transformation of my people. You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't help but with my heart to want others to be good. Okay, so let's get into the next session. All right, so next we are going to talk about the mind and body connection, which we already have been covering, but I want to go ahead and provide solutions, okay, as to how we can start making these changes happen. Affirmations is one of the top things, okay, even if you don't believe it at first. Like, seriously, just thinking highly of yourself because God created you, as precious and as his daughter or son, and he loves you with all of his heart. And so he placed you so high that he gives you dominion. He gives you power and authority over everything. So I want you to know that he loves you, and you have to look at yourself like he looks at you. Okay? So yes, positive affirmations. Okay? Thinking highly of yourself. It's okay to do that. It's not selfish. Okay? You have to be able to have enough love in you so it can overflow and pour out to others. So that's okay. Just as long as you're not placing yourself above God. Okay? So, yes, it does work. Even if you don't believe it, there is studies out there that if you do it continually, every day, every day, every day, eventually you're signaling your body and your brain to eventually take that in, and eventually you'll start believing it. And not only that, but you will start seeing the manifestation of it in evidence, and that's powerful. Meditation, okay, is good. Being mindful of your attitude, right? Having that being not so quick to react, but to really think about, okay, what is this situation around me? And being intentional on how you respond. Okay? Being mindful of who is in your atmosphere. I mean, you really have to protect your peace and do what's necessary. And what happens is, when you do those things, you start to feel better. And that, of course, affects your physical health, right? You don't have to worry about any chronic conditions. You don't have to worry about feeling sick and bringing that up on you, because stress, bad stress, or excess stress does cause that. And that's something that we don't want, okay? So I want you to put these things into practice, okay? Just because I know it will work. So I want you to know that this skill can be learned and developed, okay? Just like anything that we don't have skills in or that we're weak in at first, we keep doing it. Remember how we didn't know how to drive a car? Now look at us. We hop right in that bad boy. We don't even think about it. We just do it, right? So same thing. You learn and you develop, and then you're an expert, okay? Next, I want you to surround yourself with these type of people. People that, not just the positivity, but they are just living their life in that way that they just want to be healthy overall. And so they are very mindful of how they do things. Surround yourself with those people, okay? I wrote some notes here. Engage in activity that bring you joy, that, brings you gratitude, like you're so thankful that you're in this moment, because that contributes to a positive mindset. What are some of those things that you used to enjoy as a kid, right? Think about that. Did you like to write? Did you like to dance? Did you like to do art or music? Get back into that. Tap in to that kid that was just so youthful and just embraced what they wanted to do, and they used their imagination. Okay? Now we won't, as far as having, being a child, we won't respond as a child as far as being negative or anything like that, because we have to turn away from childish things, right? But as far as their youth, their love. So I want you to get back to that, okay? Because it's that important. This is the time. Okay? And I want to thank you today for joining me on this journey of talking about attitude and our well-being. And if it was of any value to you today, if you can just like and share this video, maybe someone else would think it's valuable as well, because we want to help as many people as we can, right? We want to do our part, and we want to serve others. And so, please subscribe to my channel. If we share this information, then there's more content that I can make, on self-improvement and bringing about that transformation and being the better versions of ourselves that we can be. So if you don't mind doing that, and again, subscribe to the channel so you can always know when my videos come. Hit the notification button so you know when a video comes up. And I thank you and I love you. Until next time.